guys, have another really cool one to show off. This is another USMC build. We did a custom dial. Got your EGA in the center. And this is going to Ted. So we've got Ted's name right here on the dial itself. The lume on this, or the background, is both lume and sand from Iwo Jima. Mixed it together and pressed it in, and then wet sanded it. So it's got a really cool look in the daytime. It's a brass dial with a brass inlay around the glass. We did burnt bronze cerakoted case, crown, and clasp. Did the G here on the crown. This is an actual vintage brass bezel that was silver plated, that I had to strip and bake and sand to get back to an actual brass color. Gold handset on this, custom painted brass second sand that's loomed as well. We have a stainless steel movement holder in there, a gilded rotor, and then we needed to put the habu pit both on the caseback form and on the side of the case per Sean. This is on a two-piece custom Horween strap. We've got double stars branded at the top, super soft leather. As I referenced, a matching buckle here as well. And that is the build. So it is kind of light, but let's see if we can at least see a little bit of how this loom looks, which I'll probably set the picture to the video as that. So there you go. Good look there on that. So that is the build. So a nice little gift everybody chipped in for. That's the build as a whole. So since this will be possibly his first and only build, bezels on these will turn left, it will turn right. I got it on there super tight, so you kind of have to move it yourself if you're moving it. Chances are you're not going to move it alone. It comes right out here, but you'd have to get it really good to kind of turn it yourself. It doesn't overlap on the case. Automatic mechanical, so you can wind it, you can wear it, you can put it in a watch winder, but if it's dead or you're not going to be very active, make sure you wind it before you put it on, just to make sure you keep time throughout the day. And how you do that is you back the crown off the threads until you hear it and feel it clicking. Make sure it comes off the threads. You'll feel a little bit of play when it does, but you'll feel that clicking. Possibly hear it. At that point you can wind, and a wind is a turn that way. Turning it towards you doesn't do anything, but it has auto reversers. You can't hurt it. Just go back and forth. If you feel that you start to thread it on, you just work it right backwards, back it right back off. No big deal. So just go back and forth. If you do it for 4 or 5 seconds before you put it on, you'll keep time throughout the day. That mixed with the movement and the rotor. If you do it for something closer to 20 seconds, you're going to max out your 31 plus power reserve on it, which is what I do. I wind them up, set them down, make sure they're keeping time the next day because I'm not wearing the watch around. When you're good on your wind, pull it to the one and only click, and you can now set your time. It does not have a hacking movement, so it's going to keep going. You'll also notice it's got a wobble crown that deflects lateral pressure from going into the stem and into the movement. So if you're pushing and prying on it, you won't hurt anything. But if you just pull it a little straight, you won't even feel it. Okay, Google, what time is it?
12:20 p.m.
12:20 p.m. When you're good, push it over, take it out of that time setting, and screw it down. And that is it. That is the build as a whole. As with every build, it's going to come with matching beads. Entirely up to you how stylish you want to be, whether you're going to wear them or not. Also, it's going to come with a dial matching custom box. Inside that box is your build and warranty cards, laser etched build and warranty cards. This little logo here I've been putting on them will take you to all of my forms of social media. And then your warranty cards on the back side. 2 metal cards in here, laser etched with your info on them. And then, as with every build, you're going to get watch cleaner. This is good on all glass and metal parts, so everything there in the center. Non-toxic, non-residue, non-streaking. Oh, and Cerakote is kind of like car paint. It's been applied and baked on. You do it on guns, but you can scratch it. So it's abrasion resistant, but you can scratch it. So if you wouldn't do something with your vehicle, you wouldn't do it with this. So, you know, if you brush up against something, you can take it down to the silver that's under there. So just an FYI. Also, you're going to get some leather conditioner. This is to keep that leather strap perfectly soft. If it is ever getting hard or not as pliable, apply it on the front and back, let it soak in, remove any excess, and it will go back to being perfectly soft. A little bit goes a long way, so apply it sparingly. And then lastly, some fine scratch remover. This is Novus 2 from Amazon. It's like Polywash. Actually, I'll go around and grab one that has more in it than that. It should be filled more than that. But it's like Polywash. You've got an acrylic glass and you can scratch it, but if you do, put a tiny bit of this on that scratch. Buff against the scratch. Not with the scratch, but buff against the scratch. Filling the scratch, and then buff it out with your included microfiber, and you will buff that scratch out in 15-20 seconds. Generate some heat with your thumb, and it will go a little bit quicker. And that's the build. So I hope you love your watch. Thank you for your service. And thank you, Sean, for reaching out to me and putting your trust in me to build something cool. So I appreciate you too, man. And if you want me to build you something custom and unique, reach out and I'll see what I can do. And if you want to continue to see videos like this, like and subscribe as I put them up all the time. Thanks, guys.